Welcome to CrossTalk. It's First Issue Club, and we're doing a sub-show called CrossTalk where we talk about Crossover by Donny Cates and a whole all-star team of comic book creators.
Did you know that we don't drop off in listenership at all for these CrossTalk episodes?
I think it actually increases.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that we aren't covering first issues and just as many people listen to our main feed want to listen to this.
Hold up. Is this stats and analytics talk?
No, it's CrossTalk.
Stats and analytics talk. Getting into the weeds on numbers.
Synergy, working together, making those numbers work.
I didn't have a thing there.
Back to the show. Back to CrossTalk.
Just back.
You missed business time.
Signing off from Business Analytics Talk. All right. We got to talk CrossTalk.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4.
Big number 4. 4 was not number 6, which is the one that they're really saying you got to buy in on.
Can I say, here's the problem with saying number 6 is going to be the crazy one you want, is that everything leading up to it, I'm just like, come on, let's get to 6.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way?
Well, you also just think 4 isn't 6. So it's you're like,
nothing
oh.
important's going to happen.
Well,
we're going through the motions.
I don't know. If you think of it like a meal, obviously you want the T-bone steak. But when mozzarella sticks hit the table, you're not going to kick them off the table.
Right.
I'm always ordering mozzarella sticks before I get a nice T-bone steak.
Well, absolutely. You don't? You don't get your steaks from Sonic?
4 if he had teased 4 the way he teased 6, I think people would be losing their minds right now because 4 was good and a doozy and had tons of shit in it. I feel like
It did have a lot of big reveals.
Yeah.
It did. We got a lot of knowledge and detail about the world and the dome and how these superheroes are getting in and out of our world.
I loved the breaks for explanation, too, because it was very much like, I'm Donny Cates, I'm interrupting for a second to be like, hey, hold on, I'm going to explain something.
Well, do we know it's Donny Cates?
Oh, I thought we did. Maybe we don't.
I thought it was this elusive narrator that we've been getting since the beginning.
Sorry.
I
yeah.
didn't realize that it was Donny Cates.
Yeah,
It's
you're
probably
right.
gonna be though.
It's
Yep.
probably Alan Moore.
Oh, my God.
I swear to God, if this book ends with Alan Moore slamming the book shut and he's like, that was crossover, I will love it.
And then Stephen King slams a book shut of him.
Going, that was Alan Moore reading crossover. Bang.
Speaking of, have you guys seen Dr. Sleep?
Oh no, I need to see it.
We talked a couple weeks ago about how The Shining was one of our favorite movies.
And one
Right.
of Matt Kent's favorite movies.
Yes. I just watched Dr. Sleep, and I had a couple people tell me, you can skip it. You cannot skip this movie.
Oh, it's good?
Oh my God.
I skipped it just
loved
because
it.
of that.
Yes. I thought it was fantastic, and I'm a mega Shining fan.
Okay.
Huh.
Cool. I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, getting back to crosstalk.
Enough sidebars.
Yes. Okay.
This started with more explanation. We landed on a reveal of Madman is in this now.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then we finally got to hash out those conversations.
Right.
Before the episode started, Greg and I were kind of just talking about the nature of Madman because in this episode or in this issue,
Mhm.
Madman is really just almost Captain America-esque. He's just a superhero leading the charge.
He's the straight man for sure.
Yeah.
The Madman comics are kind of, they're not zany, but they're off the wall. They're avant-garde. They're just kind of these pop art, intros into the superhero world. They're meant to be a critique and kind of an indulgence. They're just fun all around. So to see him pop up and be kind of the straight man for crossover is kind of delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't explain, but one of the paybacks explains that the longer that they're out of this dome area that's in Colorado, the weaker they become with their powers.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that.
Yeah. A reminder that the paybacks are a Donny Cates Dark Horse comic showing up within this Image comic.
Yes.
They were a superhero team that was short-lived.
And I'm now done with the paybacks. The paybacks can fade to black.
You've got
You
your
don't care
fill.
that they're in this anymore?
They were fun, but I don't need them to be an ongoing character.
So
in
you
this.
want crossover to be like the greatest hits of comic books. You only want 3 or 4 minutes and then on to the next one.
This was my concern about this. Were the first few issues so powerbomb cool reveals that it's going to be hard to maintain?
I thought Paybacks was a fun joke to be like, hey, I had this comic book that nobody really read and they were fun. Madman's a real character that people like.
He has more of a tenure.
Yeah, and it's keep Madman around, keep that kind of stuff around.
Yeah.
We don't need the throwaway thing to be a recurring character. And there's too many of them of people that people don't know. I don't know their names or their powers, so it's it's not is fun. The other thing too about this comic book is it's constantly going to be compared to, does it stand alone as a comic book against its like crazy reveals? So far,
Yeah.
yes.
So you're saying, is it more than the references it makes?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. That's a great question, and we're gonna have to wait and see how this all shakes out.
hmm So far, yes.
So far,
But
Yes.
if there were no references in this book, I would have been disappointed.
Correct.
and references there were.
Yes.
Certainly.
So what would you say the main one was? The main reveal in this comic book?
Well, the big reveal that everyone's gonna be talking about,
God Country.
the God Country sword.
Is that the God Country sword is in this?
Yeah,
Yes.
Valifax or something, or
So there were 3 pages, if I'm remembering correctly, 3 or 4 pages in this book were straight out of God Country.
Okay.
the characters and the scenery were.
The same writing though?
The exact same writing.
Okay, I don't remember God Country as well to know if that was true. Okay.
The scene wherein the person who is now the older woman
Mm-hmm. And the sword.
Okay,
with,
so
with the sword when she's a kid talking to her grandfather is like right out of God Country 2, 3, something like that.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
So it's a callback to the comic for people who probably haven't read it.
Yes.
That are reading crossover.
Exactly.
Genius move.
Right.
And it kind of shows you that this sword, while being this powerful, essential deity that is fighting multi-dimensional beasts all at once, doesn't know how to talk to kids. Doesn't have the rapport for children.
Okay, I read something that said it's all swords, and that confirms that it is a tie-in to War of the Realms because Jason Aaron and Donny Cates are friends. So we have our official Marvel tie-in now.
All right, that's a stretch. Yeah.
And I was like, what?
We're gonna need more blatant references than that one, folks.
So one of the light ones is the stuff that makes Spawn, like the amalgam, or I don't know the word. They use that word.
Amalgam, the
Amalgam.
Amalgam Project.
Yeah, the amalgam.
When I
Hey.
was a kid and Marvel and DC did amalgam, I pronounced it amalgam.
I
Amalgam.
Because I
love Amalgam comics.
Never heard it said out loud.
And amalgam is also a reference to when they created these amalgamite characters that are like,
Yeah. Lobo the Duck.
Deathclaw,
Deathclaw was Batman and Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys feel like that was an homage to the Marvel and DC crossover or
I think
another reference?
I think it was a cheeky reference to the Amalgam comics.
Yeah.
And then it was a direct lead up into the scene that leads to the operation table with what they're doing to supers, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah, we're talking about combining superheroes or, taking their spare parts to make a new monster Frankenstein
Mhm. Yeah.
that is, I don't know, going to do their bidding, I guess.
They essentially turn into like golems or like kind of just like
Right, that's a perfect way to put it. Do you think this was just a clever necessity to say, okay, I can't use Magneto,
Mhm.
but I could put Magneto's helmet on a guy with Spider-Man's arm and the Infinity Gauntlet on his right hand and avoid copyright infringement because
So-
it's like so
but if they
mixed
use,
up.
so what we haven't said yet is they are referencing this character named Combo Man, who is a combo of all of those things. He has the Cyclops face.
I've never heard of this.
guess what? No one has.
And do you know why you haven't heard of this?
Is it an actual reference to this? Because I don't think I read Combo Man anywhere.
So Combo Man was like a promotional comic that came out in the 90s. It
Uh-huh.
was a bit joke
A
that
one-off.
Marvel did. And,
it-
so
it wasn't like a promotion for Combos the snack.
Oh,
I wish.
it was. No, it was.
There's no freaking way.
Yes, no, it
Scroll down because I have the covers.
Oh, do
it
you really?
Yeah.
100% is. It's this big.
Oh my God.
Oh, Combos, yeah.
Holy shit.
Presented by the makers of Combos,
Yeah.
which are like pretzels with peanut butter.
Yes, and cheese or whatever.
Or yeah, or pizza. Or
Yes,
they-
this is
many
100%
different
a.
flavors.
That's why I want this comic. Is it's a reference to the snack, this gas station snack combos.
Mhm. Well, here's the thing, folks.
It did look like this guy, kind of.
Budget King wants this comic so bad now. I, Greg, will not let him buy it because if you're like me, you directly went to eBay when you saw this, and they're selling for upwards of $50.
That's insane.
I will not let my friend pay $50 for some jackass comic book called Combo Man. I refuse.
I will pay $10 to $15 for this.
I will allow $10 to $15. I will
Okay.
not allow over $20.
Yes. So they reference Combo Man, the infamous Combo Man, which is brilliant because it's all a lot of Marvel
This
characters.
is so obscure.
It's like they put him in like one of those deviled egg slicers and just like mashed them all together.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, for people that you've read this, but like the reference to quote unquote Combo Man is this guy laying down
A table, like an operation table,
like an operation table,
Frankenstein.
and I think it definitely is Combo Man once you realize
It's
it.
100% Combo Man.
But then you're
Look
like,
at that. That's hilarious.
it takes it basically takes other comic dorks to know it's Combo Man.
My
That's
question is,
so funny.
is Combo Man filled with a savory flavor? And what is that savory flavor?
It's two options. It's either peanut butter or nacho cheese.
You ever you remember those Ninja Turtle pies?
Yeah.
They used to sell those like
Like fruit pies?
fruit pies
Mhm.
that were Ninja Turtle, and I
Mhm.
always wanted one because I love Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Sure.
But they tasted so bad.
Just like processed corn syrup?
Oh my god, yeah, it was like green colored corn syrup inside of like a stale pastry.
Hey, you want your poop to look weird? Eat one of these.
Man, I don't. That is one like weird reference I don't have.
Do you think Donny Cates bought 1 million of these before
To sell later?
they released this to sell later? Like, is this just his scheme to sell worthless comics on eBay for a bunch of money? He's like, I already have a bunch of paybacks issues.
He's supplementing his income. He's just
Yeah.
smart.
Exactly right. Hey, if you want in on it too,
He
throw
bought
me a
he
bone
bought a
with
bunch of
licensing.
GameStop stock.
Okay, so the thing I was gonna say about Spawn is that like people are essentially speculating that Spawn's gonna come in more because Donny Cates is gonna write on Spawn eventually. He got
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, so the Spawniverse is expanding.
Yeah.
And not Todd McFarlane, he did Spawn, but Donny Cates is getting a book in that
No
universe.
kidding.
Yeah. Also, by the way, have you seen some of the creators working on the like 7 books in
7?
or tie-off books that are going to be coming out from this?
That's too many, dude.
It is too many. One's enough.
Also, I've seen the term she-spawn thrown around a lot lately.
Sure.
Is that a real character name? Because if so, get a better name than she-spawn.
I don't know. I don't know enough about Spawn to be completely
The
honest.
girl version.
so who are some
I
of the-
love She Captain America.
Well, I think it's funny that like She-Hulk is stuck so long, but we're smart enough and progressive enough now to realize that it's very, I guess, reductive.
Yeah.
Oh,
to
fucking
just
for
say
sure.
we're gonna put she in front of a pre-existing thing that like a man is more popular for.
Yeah.
Who are some of the other authors?
Well, I don't like to be quizzed because I don't know what they are right now, but I remember reading them and going, oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Well, the way you said it was, have you read it? So I kind of thought maybe you'd have the information.
Have you read
You're getting called out on the show.
Jack Kirby? Can you believe it? Jack Kirby is in there
From
drawing
the grave?
some Spawn comics. It's unbelievable. I think we should also mention in this crossover the evil preacher who is against capes has one in his basement that he just beats up with a bat.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is just a cosplayer
Was he a cosplayer
just a
only?
because he wasn't a speckly dotted guy.
Oh, that's right.
That's how you know who's from
Oh,
the
holy
alternate
shit.
universe.
Oh man, I totally just biffed that.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
he's such a psycho that he just has a cosplayer in his basement that when he gets angry, he beats up.
Yep.
This guy is bad.
Yep.
Oh, and also the kid has like that special gun in his backpack, right? The preacher's son.
Yeah.
With the kryptonite bullet.
Yeah. And so he almost told the group that he had it
Yeah.
in the comic book.
Mhm.
So that really the smoking gun in all this is going to be that kryptonite bullet.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so basically they needed some type of object to get into the dome, and he's about to be like, oh, I've actually got a comic book object. And then comic book owner guy, neckbeard guy, is like, oh, I know the place. And so they go to this museum for comic book junk.
It was kind of a fun way to get them into a museum heist, which is like such a tropey
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
comic book thing. So I love that they're generally working in homages to these tropes throughout the series. But that's where they find the sword from God Country,
Mm-hmm.
which is the powerful thing that's going to get them into the bubble, we're assuming.
I love that. That's
It was great.
Mm.
We also find out that the portal that's opening and letting superheroes enter our existence and world works the other way around.
Yep.
So people can go in it
Mm-hmm.
to superhero comic book land.
And that's the first thing I would have asked. Can I go to comic book world?
I know. And Ellipses basically is like, I'm sorry, hang on a second. I know this isn't the point of the conversation, and I may be seeming out of turn, but I can go to comic books? May I go to comic books now, please?
And then can we seal the portal?
Well, and her parents could be there.
That is true.
We don't know that. Yeah, we know they were in the bubble. They might have escaped into the portal itself.
And if they go into that portal, the story gets blown wide open.
All bets are off. I feel like it's got to go there at some point. Do we know, was Crossover ever pitched or sold to us as a maxi or anything? Does it like stop at 12 issues,
That's
or
a
is
good
this
point.
ongoing?
I don't know.
My assumption is it's ongoing.
Yeah.
I assumed it was as many as they can make before Image goes, we can't afford this anymore.
I would think at some point we're going to cannonball into comic book world.
That would be so sick.
Yeah,
This book has maintained the fun factor.
sure.
Oh yeah, completely. And it rewards the reader every time. So
it rewards readers who aren't as well versed with comic books, and it rewards readers who have been reading comic books for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's so many little details and references that just make it super fun.
I haven't been this excited about a comic book in like years. I'm glad we're doing every issue.
Well, as long as we remember to.
As long as
Well, now we got a theme song. It'd be a bummer if we just stopped it now.
We've
That
two
was
theme
the end
songs.
goal. Get a theme song, and then we can call it quits.
It's insane to me that we have submissions, that people out there made us songs for Crosstalk. Thank God.
It's actually really nice. We
Yeah.
didn't think we would ever get any because we just made this little jokey show and threw out an idea.
This show isn't a joke to me, Greg.
To some, it may be considered a hee-haw.
There's not a word that describes how thankful and in awe I am that somebody made us theme songs.
Hey, wait till you hear them first. We haven't. Well, caveat: we have not heard these yet. We saved them to live listen
Yeah,
on the podcast.
You're getting first reactions, folks.
let's hear it.
So the first submission comes from a email C Coda Lahorn. I won't give out the @ number, so I don't want people emailing them.
Okay.
And they said this is their first time making music, but they wanted to make us an intro.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
So here we go.
So this isn't someone we talk to normally on the Twitter.
You know, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, maybe a different handle.
And I don't know if they want to be revealed or not, if they want to be just some person behind the curtain, but
Okay.
I don't know. This just pops up into our inbox as a delightful gift,
Got it.
and we're here to open it.
I'm so ready.
So here we go.
Loving it.
We're all dancing.
Just when you think it's over, they hit you with the motherfucking name of the show.
CROSSTALK. Okay, that's gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah,
Initial
that's up there for sure.
It had a Miami Vice feel to it, which I really loved.
Let me tell you, dissonance. That's the key to what crossover is. You left us enough meat on the bones of that track to fade it in, fade it out. It's a good segue. It's a good intro.
It's
You yelled crosstalk at the end. Come on.
the
Amazing.
the topsy turviness and the notes you chose to put in there.
Ding, 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 ding.
It has just
Crosstalk.
it's just it hooks you immediately. It's a motherfucking earworm.
Oh, thank you. That made
Oh,
my
that's really
day.
good. So good.
So already starting out great.
Oh, you get us.
Yes.
At our very core,
ding,
you
ding.
get us. I almost want to use it as like the outro.
So good.
Like that's like the cool down
Mhm.
song. It's just like we just did crosstalk. Oh man, I feel good. Winding down. Wait, what did I just listen to? Crosstalk.
Crosstalk.
Like that
A
final
specter in the night.
that final point is just chef's kiss. It
Beautiful.
is so good.
Definitely didn't need a line of "I've never made music before" because could have fooled me.
Yeah.
Could have fooled the whole internet who just listened to it and loved it. So next up, we have a submission from an old friend, an old Patreon friend, New Jersey Doug.
Yeah, Doug.
NJD.
He says this one's based off of a song called "Talk Talk" by Talk Talk. Are
Ooh.
you familiar with this band?
Yeah, I like that band.
Okay.
Oh, a parody song. You're
so-
Weird Al in it.
So we get a Weird Al submission here from Doug.
All they want to do is talk Kates. Crosstalk. All they want to do is talk Kates.
Yes, yes.
Crosstalk. All they want to do is talk Kates.
Oh man, I love Doug.
There we go.
That's so good. Oh, that's so good.
That was Cross Talk Talk
Oh,
from Doug.
amazing.
Yes. Well, we got 2 theme songs now.
I want to use them both. I love them so much.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out a way to use them.
Can we like segment it up? We got plenty of places for music. We'll use them both. You give us a theme song, it's gonna make it into the episode.
All right.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, this is a rotating door now.
Yeah.
You just keep submitting intros and we'll use them.
So both winners of the theme song contest
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
gonna get
Stuff.
goodie bags.
Yeah, we'll send you a bunch of
Something.
stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
going to email them now, get their addresses so we can send off
Again, if they're comfortable
getting stuff.
giving us contact information. We are weird.
If I go to New Jersey,
Give us a
I'm
P.O.
staying
box.
with Doug. I haven't told Doug that yet. I'm telling him here now.
Are you bringing an air mattress?
To stay in his comic shop.
Yeah, I'll stay anywhere that Doug provides, but I am staying with Doug.
You just want that to be known.
Yeah.
Be made very
You want to
clear.
talk to him as you're falling asleep.
I absolutely do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doug, who would win in a fight between
Nova and Ghost Rider. Stats, please, from your comic book.
in
cards.
intelligence?
Oh my god. I can't wait to end this episode so we can listen to him
Ding,
again.
ding, 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 ding. That guy should be doing songs more often.
Oh yeah.
Call your local used car salesman and be like, listen to this. You're going to sell so many Cadillacs.
All right. Anything else on crossover number 4?
So 6 is the issue to look for. 6 is the one that's been teased as like the cool big reveal is going to happen.
Spawn. It's gonna be
So
Spawn.
we'll
Gotta be Spawn.
Either see Spawn or we'll see
Combo Man.
a full-on first appearance of Combo Man.
I think it's either Spawn or they actually did purchase a low-level Marvel character for one cameo.
Does it work like that? How does that work?
I don't know. You can be like, hey, $5,000. Could I just have
Give me Demolition Man for
Yeah.
For
2
one
issues.
issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Daredevil's stepbrother.
So, like, does Marvel then get, like, part of the sales for those image issues that scenario happens
Depends on
in?
how they write the deal.
I'm just spitballing. This is the part of Crosstalk where it's all business and numbers.
Yeah,
It's all talking contracts.
I imagine. Okay, this is how I would do it. If I'm Donnie, I'm like,
Oh boy,
hey,
this is the stuff people tuned in for.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Marvel, you know me. I write for you. You know me. Now I'm doing a thing on my other side of my life. Would you?
Speed it up.
Yeah.
Could you?
If
could
I'm a
you-
Marvel exec right now, I'm
Spit it-
looking at my watch.
Spit it out.
Could I borrow for one measly issue, of just a very like dumb superhero? What do you mean borrow? I'd like to put him into.
No, he's
a-
both guys.
Yes, I like to put him into the.
It's a
comic
one-man
book.
show we got going on
Okay.
here.
We don't do that. Would you do that for $5,000?
He's still going. He's not even phased by us having a side combo.
He's in his own world. He's filming his own episode within our episode.
Marvel exec says, I counter. 5.2. Donnie says, deal. You have yourself a deal. $5,200.
And scene.
Wow. That's how it happens.
It was like I was there.
We'll see you next time for issue 5 of Crossover. We don't have to do it. There's
I
a real
know.
song.
And you're going to hear it now.
Click.
CROSSTALK!